Here we are. Where's my co-host? Oh,
It's
there we
counting down.
go.
It's counting down. I have my little countdown over
I
here. I was like,
saw
I
that.
see my little jig on the other side. I like that music.
Thank you.
It's a
That
great
I think
pick.
the word miracle was in that song for some reason. I think that's why I chose it. It just caught my attention, and I was like, it's perfect. It's upbeat. You know,
And it's
and
kind of
here we are.
sparkly.
Here we
It sounds sparkly, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah. So it
Well,
took our
welcome to the
sparkle.
connection, everybody, with Jen and Michelle. My name is Michelle Irene, and I am a spiritual intuitive healer. And my co-host here is
Jennifer Kupcho. My friends call me Jen. I'm a spiritual mindset coach and teacher. Teacher foremost, always.
so welcome, everybody. Let's see what is
It,
happening here. Okay, so we are live, and I said I wasn't going to say that, and here I am saying it. So
well, we had to check for that. And what I'm really happy about is that right now I'm seeing that the captions are coming across. So any of my girls and my gals who are deaf or hard of hearing, I'm so excited that they can be watching this and
oh,
totally
that's
understand us.
awesome.
Yeah, that makes me, I was looking down on it. I said, yes, that makes me happy.
That is great. So if you are with us, say hello. Let us know where you're from. And we have placed some amazing intentions into this webcast show that's going to actually happen once a month.
Once a
And
month. We
yeah,
have a party once a month.
today we decided to launch in the middle of the month for, I don't even remember why we decided to launch in the middle of the
Because
month.
we liked the number. So you
We
might
did
want to
like
tell
the
them what
number.
that
Yeah.
number, because it is 2, 12, 21, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah, it's a
2,
pretty
12, 21, and there's some
Mhm.
really amazing, attributes to this number, but I narrowed it down for everybody. Um, 2, 12, 21 actually signifies creating your own reality through your own beliefs, thoughts, and actions, and becoming more aware of not only your thoughts, but your actions as well.
It
So
couldn't be more perfect because we picked a topic tonight that we've been talking about for quite a while now, reading and going back and forth. And I'm saying, hello, hello. We're seeing lots of people come on from all over. We've got Massachusetts and Florida, Rockaway. We've got lots of, so that's so nice. We're actually having our party.
I know, right?
We are
We're
having it.
connecting. We're
Oh, we're gonna
connecting through
need
conversation.
to bring something for that party next time. We'll do a mimosa. It's a Sunday morning, right? We
Yeah.
could do that.
But yeah, our next episode will launch on Sunday, March 7th at 11:11 a.m. They will be every first Sunday of the month. So that should be super easy for everybody to remember.
Mm,
Mark your calendars now, put it on repeat because this event will repeat once a month, and every month we'll have a new hot topic to talk about. So,
absolutely.
yeah,
And we've got that scrolling along the bottom because our hot topic today is awareness.
awareness. Yeah, and I just flipped it
Mhm.
off too. So, oh, that didn't sound right.
No, it didn't. But
Oops.
she doesn't like our hot topic today.
Oh my goodness. So the intention for this webcast show, I don't know what you want to call it, whatever it is, it's going to be here in Facebook land. It's the opportunity for us to connect with so many people on beautiful levels of spiritual growth, personal development, mindset techniques, connecting with angels and spirit and source and light. And I mean, the
Ourselves,
topics are never ending. So,
ourselves and each other. I think
yeah,
that's even the biggest, because I think we've been so disconnected in 2020 and 2021. Don't hug, don't touch, don't kiss, stay 6 feet apart. That disconnection is really hurtful to the soul. It is detrimental. And so we're going to connect. We're going
yeah,
to connect back with ourselves, and we're going to connect with all of you. So we would connect with each other. Just, we have these conversations all the time, and that's pretty much what we said. Why wouldn't we bring them to other people and open this up?
yeah,
I mean, you create courses, I create courses, we create retreats. Those are all of our places where there's a lot of value, but we also wanted to reach people in a free way too.
Yeah.
And that's our time that we're willing to give, and we know how valuable everyone else's time is too. So let's create a platform. But you actually started this was already brewing in you when it just organically came together for the two of us, but it really started even before that.
It
You
did.
want
I was
to
just thinking the same thing. Oh my
Mhm,
gosh, I love that.
mhm,
So our paths crossed a handful of times and we never met.
mhm,
So the opportunity to meet happened to be when the time was right. And I'll never forget, like all of a sudden I saw this Jennifer Kupcho commenting on my things, and I was like, "Who's this Jennifer girl? Like, what is she doing?"
Who
Definitely
is
coming
she?
from a place of not so much fear, but curiosity. It's like,
Mhm,
oh, there's a lot of similarities in what she's saying and what I teach, and um, so we did meet finally through
mhm.
my connecting or creating your own card course is where we met. So we met through a Zoom class. You guys, this
Yes,
is this is connection happening right here. Without
absolutely.
the internet, without these courses, I've met so many great people that have become my friends in my courses. And it's
And
really
we meet them really li in re real li in really live. Yeah, not dead people. Well, we talk to those people too, but but in truth, people always say, "Oh, it's just the computer." Well, no, because we both have live events and retreats in places that now people are joined, are connected, and then they go out and make new connections. So this is where we are at. This is our new, I'm not gonna say norm, our new shift.
yeah.
And in a new we're just, moving the energy in a new way, in a technical way, but it also brings the real flesh and blood hugs in there and the realness too.
Yeah, and that a lot of that has to do with our topic tonight, which our hot topic for tonight is dum, 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 dum. I'm such a pro with all these like little
You
buttons. I
are,
love
I'm very
I
yeah,
love
see,
that.
do you hear this, people? Because I definitely wanted to just say something about you saying that. I teach 8th grade along with doing, if you don't know that about me, my 26th year of teaching along with coaching, and my kids are so reluctant to say something good about themselves because they've been indoctrinated into thinking that you're all that. That's thinking that you're boasting. And I'm like, no, if you're not going to tell yourself how fabulous you are, no one else is going to. No one else is going to want to date you. No one else is going to want to be your. You have to be that good. And so I love that you just said, "I'm so good at this," because that no, really, I got lit up when you said that because that's a shift,
Yeah,
right? That we don't do. We deflect. We wonder why we don't have money because we're deflecting. Sometimes I shouldn't speak for everyone, but no, 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 that's not my compliment. No, I'm really not good at that, right?
yeah,
It's time to start receiving and saying, "I'm good at this." And I say, "Yes, you are." Thank goodness, because I'm glad you did that part.
and I say thank you very much
See? See
with
how it
full
works?
gratitude.
Yeah.
So this past 2020 was, a different type of year, and honestly, I was hunkered down and I was downloading information like on a consistent basis. So much so that I had a moment of overwhelm.
Mm.
And I don't want to say that I was when you work too hard. What's the word?
Burnout,
What's that?
burnout,
Burnout,
burnout.
yeah. I don't wanna say it was burnout, but it was
Mhm,
definitely something very similar to that, but the creative flow was just going and going, and I was creating and creating. I'd just gotten done creating my first meditation album.
which is
I
gorgeous.
Pardon?
It's gorgeous.
Aw, thanks.
People need that.
Yes, they do. And actually tonight, if you go to my website, there is a free awareness meditation in the members only section. But also when you go there to my website, the auto thingy is going to pop up and it's going to give you a creation meditation for free as well. So there's a lot of free things on my
Mm.
website.
You get a free meditation, and you get a free
That's
meditation,
right.
and you
You
get
and you and you and you, like Oprah, just no new cars.
no new cars.
I
No,
don't have a
sorry.
new car to give away, but I have other things that I can give away.
There we go.
So I listened to my body, and I was laying in this space that in the spiritual world is called a void. It was a place of nothingness, really. And I knew I had to stay there for a little while. And it took me time to really pull out of this space. But that's where the idea for the connection came into play. Because I'm about connecting with angels, I'm about connecting with self, I'm about connecting with other people. And when the idea came to me at first, it was like, oh, I don't really want to do another radio show. I did that. It's a lot of work for one person. I'm like, how can we make this better? How can we level up and do something a little different? Not a webinar, that's been done. Not a free
Mhm.
course where you have to go to the Zoom link, that's been done. Let's do something different. And so here we are. We're creating this
Yeah.
webcast. But the beautiful thing was is that I immediately heard when the idea came to me, I immediately heard, but you're not to do it alone. And I knew in an instant who I was going to ask.
I remember when you asked.
But you're so busy that I was like, "Oh my gosh." I was kind of fearful of asking because I know how busy you are, not out of fear of
Who's not
rejection.
who's not busy?
I know, but, that's where your energy goes sometimes. Um,
Ooh,
so needless to say, I was thrilled that you, agreed to do this with me, and here we are.
I was thrilled that you asked. I was like, "Me?" I was like, "Yes." I
Of
remember
course.
when you had the downloads of talking about having another radio show and you're not, "Oh, I don't know, but I have this." It came to me, and if you are new and you don't know what a download is, we'll define as we go along. So I hope, and please ask if you're like, "What are you saying?" Throw it in the chat because we want this to be all inclusive. There you might be jumping in at different parts of your. I'm going to say vacation because I used to say, the journey. It's such an overdone word. And recently, what they were showing me is like, be present when you go on vacation. You're present in every moment, right? You're taking snapshots. You're like, oh, I don't want to leave the Grand Canyon. I want to be here. I want to be in every moment. And so from now on, I'm going to be saying on this vacation because I've chosen now that my vacation is my life because we want vacation, right? Sometimes we don't always want what's in the life. So I'm choosing that this, if no matter where you are on this vacation with us, let us know. So download is just when you're meditating or you're thinking, you're opening and you're receiving a thought, which we hope that's part of our goal is that in your connection with yourself and with us and with other people in here, you learn because everyone, right? You can back me up on this one. Everyone has downloads. We just ignore them, which is what we're going to talk about awareness tonight. It's
Yes.
really exciting because it's not something you have to do different and it's not a magical potion or pill or class. I mean, there's lots of great things, classes to help you, but we're going to talk about
Practice.
awareness, practice
It's a
of
practice.
so downloads are paying attention to your thoughts, not ignoring them, not swiping them and
Yeah.
going, wait a minute. Because we'll hear it and go, that's crazy. That's if you hear that's crazy, that's the one you want to pay attention
Yeah,
to.
that's the one you wanna listen to.
You're like, ding,
And if
ding, ding.
and the more it's like anything, the more you practice, the more you pay attention, the more you understand, the more your awareness begins to reshape, and the more ideas and concepts and downloads and inspirations that come through for you. And
Absolutely.
when I receive a download, I mean, yes, I get throughout the day, snippets of things that are happening all the time, but when I receive a download for something big, it's a big download. Like it appears one time I remember I was falling asleep and I envisioned that I was holding like this little tablet and something popped up on the tablet, the old school, the green letters,
Mhm,
right? The first computers. And I was like trying to read what it said. And I'm like going to sleep. So I'm in this like weird state of mind, but I'm
mhm.
connected,
It's that little
even, yeah.
that's where they
And
come.
so I'm like, what is it? And then all of a sudden another box popped up. with more, and I'm like, "On another box." And do you remember when those viruses would first come through on the computers and it would be like box, 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 box,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
I mean, it was like that, and I was like, "I can't read it all. I can't read it all. What oh my gosh, what are they trying to tell me?" And then I was like, "Oh, I'm just receiving a download," and I just fell into a deep sleep, and I just allowed that information to come into me while I slept because I knew that that information would be revealed one step at a time as it was needed, and
Mhm.
this is actually part of that download, and it revealed itself when it was needed.
That's a big thing, right? Patience. You know,
Yeah.
as I'm practicing receiving, I see the proof. I see how it works. I see you call them breadcrumbs, little stepping stones, however you want to say it, how it's all stitched together. When you start to see, oh, I see, you learn to have more patience and you just get excited about a message or something. Someone was asking me the other night. I said, I just write them all. I write them all and I
Yes.
don't worry. They're just there. And I recognize them. I've given gratitude for them, and I have no idea what half of them mean until they're ready. But
Yes.
it's exciting. It's like knowing that Amazon is going to deliver.
But it's way cooler.
It's way
Not that we
cooler.
don't love Amazon. Amazon,
Yeah.
we love you, don't get me wrong,
We don't
but
have to pay for this.
no, and the information, the books, like, I have 3 journals right now that are going into my latest book. I kinda took a hiatus in January and started working on my next book and another deck of oracle cards, and, lo and behold, I actually have a chapter on awareness. Because there's so much to it. There's a lot to it, but it doesn't have to be difficult.
Oh, no. That was something we were talking about today because we didn't this was important for us to not overplan. So it was organic. At the same time, we're both we have high standards for ourselves and for people that we serve. We also will allow the okay, take us where you're going to take us, but we'll do like even in teaching an overarching uh, uh, foundation of where you want to go, a structure, and then we follow wherever that we're led. In the meantime, but when we were talking about it, the word ease. I've been thinking about that since I left school today was really important in that what do we want? We want to feel more ease. We want to understand in a time that feels chaotic and
Yeah,
buzzy and tazzy. That's what I was calling it. Um, more ease and how to do that without it making more work, right? It's that gentleness. It's that pulling back, sometimes leaning in and just receiving. And
yeah.
I love the quote that you have. I don't know if it's still running, that is from your new book. Um, did you want to share that?
Yeah, I can definitely do that. Actually, I was gonna share a little snippet from the book,
Oh, please.
if you guys wanna hear a little bit from the book,
Yes, yes,
just
yes.
a small
Good.
little
I'm
paragraph.
reading all like the messages as you do that too, because
Yeah, if you're just joining in, say hello, let us know where you're from, and welcome to the connection. This is a webcast show with myself, Michelle Irene, and my great friend Jen Kupcho. And we will be live once a month on the first Sunday of each month at 11:11 a.m. and bringing to you some really cool, amazing hot topics like
mhm,
tonight's hot topic, which is awareness.
awareness.
And you said something earlier about the ease, and I call it the glide.
Mm,
When we have that opportunity to glide through life with ease, um,
true.
it really it takes a lot of pressure off, and that comes with the insight and the understanding of awareness. You can allow yourself that ease and that glide more easily.
Absolutely.
So here's the beginning of the chapter for awareness. If you can become aware of the nothingness around you, you can become more aware of everything within you. And as you become more aware of the energy that surrounds you, you can become more aware of the energies that exist within you. They're one and the same. and you are surrounded by everything, yet you are surrounded by nothing. And without anything, you cannot have something. What this means is that without pain, there's no way to describe comfort.
Hmm.
Without sadness, there's no way to view happiness. Without awareness, there's no way to experience an awakening. And an awakening is not a one time occurrence.
Oh my
So,
gosh, I that first of all, it's beautiful. Thank you for
thank
sharing that little
you.
sneak peek. I agree because awakening and enlightenment, some people, see it as this one-time pinnacle, you've reached it. And I do not that's not my knowing, that's not my belief system. It's both. That's another to talk about belief system versus knowing. It's we're constantly awakening, awakening, awakening,
Yeah.
enlightenment. No, and that's the beauty of it. It's not like, "Oh, I did it. I'm done.
I'm awake.
I'm
Woohoo!
awake." Yeah, because let me tell
Time
you,
to go to sleep.
in an hour, you might be asleep again. You're like, "I thought I did that already." Like, "Why? How am I back here again?" But that is such a comfort too, what you just said, in that it's that balance.
Yeah.
How do you know what happiness is if you have not experienced sadness? No, it's both. That's the awareness of it. It's a forever. Oh, I like that. You can bring
Right?
that. Look at you, you tech queen, you. A
Unfortunately, I
forever
don't
well.
have the names of everybody,
I know a
that
lot of it's not showing up. Some are and some are not.
yeah,
So
we'll have to
so you
figure
know what?
that out.
Well, maybe for whatever reason, if it's not coming on, when you leave a comment, put your name because for some reason it's not, they're like little blank. So you could just do that so we can see who you are.
Great
Um,
idea.
I love that
Good
because
idea.
I know I wanted to call people out and I'm like, there's mostly blank little icons for some reason. Um, but yeah, it's never all and it's never nothing.
Yeah.
It's a both.
And it's really important to recognize that each step that you take through your spiritual development creates new openings. And each one of those openings is a new possibility for the next great awakening.
Absolutely.
And
And
I think we think it's a one-time deal, or I think a lot of people sometime well, I shouldn't I think what is happening? Uh,
nothing's happening. You're getting downloads as you're speaking. Sometimes, like, I don't even question, like, I'm like, "That is not even my language anymore," but that's
right?
okay.
I'm tripping on my tongue. As long as I'm not tripping, I'm just tripping on my tongue. It's all good. But that leads me to, one of the quotes from my new book. Let me see. Uh Why is that not okay, there we go. Okay. So where your attention goes, the nothingness begins to reshape into something. And to me, what that meant and this is from my journal. These chapters are all created from my morning journal writings or afternoon or whenever I did my meditation and my journal work and their downloads. I don't talk like this, as you can see. Um,
See, that's why you were like the think the thing, because I say that all the time. I always say, like, when something really good comes in, I'm like, "I'm not that good." That's when I know it's not me alone. I mean, I'm good, but I'm not that good. Like, when it comes through, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. And then you picked a quote for tonight that was like, you're like, here's my quote. And I was like, oh my gosh, seriously? That's like just an extension of what I'm saying. And your quote is where your attention goes, energy flows. And I know a lot of you have heard that already. So when you're bringing your awareness into something that you feel is nothing, where you feel blank, where you feel off, where you feel not connected, you bring
Mhm.
your awareness to that space and you allow yourself to reconnect and it turns into something.
Absolutely, because we spend I would say, and this is not in a book, or I'd say probably 90% of our day or more unaware. We work on autopilot. We're cooking dinner, we're driving to school, we're taking care, we're washing the dog, you're whatever, paying bills or getting my sink fixed. The plumber was here this morning. We just do. And when we're doing out here, we have no clue of we're aware of what's going on. And we wonder why suddenly we feel sad or we feel upset or what's going on because we're not aware of what we're thinking.
Yeah.
We're not aware of what's going on. We're just doing. And that quiet part that you're saying is sitting in that awareness. Like all we got to do is ask, am I aware? The minute you ask, am I aware? You are now dropped in to be able to be aware. Before that,
Exactly.
we're just going, go, 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 go.
You took the
But
nothing and turned it into something.
right,
Yes.
because you may not know, because I'm like, am I aware? And then I'm like, aware of what? What? Oh, what's happening? Like, really? We don't pay attention to what's happening. That's why even in like even in court cases and what do you call it? When you have people who come up, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Not suspects, but people who give their testimony of something happening. Okay, it's you need so many people for proof because we're only aware of what we're aware of. You
Yeah.
know, so much is not seen or received. You know, and that's how we live a lot of our life until we start asking if we're aware.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I love about the I'm going to take this caption off here so people don't get dizzy. Um
And I'm reading some of these.
love being aware. I don't know who said that, but thank you. Yes.
Mhm.
Witness. Thank you for that. Is that what you were looking for, Jen? That word? The witness?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. I was like, who's a witness? What am I doing? Oh, I get it. Put my hand. I'm like, okay. I'm definitely I'm channeling tonight. I'm like, what? I'm like, is this? I'm like, how? No, it's witness. I got you. Thank you.
So the free meditation that I have in my members portal on my website for awareness is actually inspired by Edgar Casey. I don't know if you guys are familiar. He is a the first medical medium from way back. I mean, his story is incredible, and I've read a lot of his books. And so he took this idea to focus on an object and allow your eyes to just stay on that object. Keep them open. And then you start to become aware of the energy that is surrounding that object. And if you feel yourself slipping away, bring yourself back to that space because you want to strengthen your skills of this energy that's surrounding you. And so I turned it into a meditation. And I've actually now started doing this in my classes where we start with the awareness portion of the meditation and then we bring that object in.
Mm.
So we're taking the awareness of the energy that's outside and we're bringing that awareness of the energy inside to become more. I mean, it's so powerful when you combine those two because you just you center yourself in a different way outside of yourself so that you can see more within yourself.
Sure, because we spend our time separating that from this. There's out there, there's in here, and there's this big separation, and there is no separation. There is just that flow. So I can understand you saying bringing that in because now you're becoming that one. That
Yes.
separation is no longer, you know.
Yes.
I say that too. I'll tell people to just play with the air. Like
Yes.
play with the air. Just sometimes my kids will come out. I'm sitting on the couch and I'm literally looking at a wall, like or just the energy, there. And they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." No, but what are you doing? I'm like, "Not well, playing." With what?
You
The air.
remember when we were on the dock on
Mhm.
my pond
Yes!
and we're just laying there and we're like looking up at the sky and
It was
it's
crazy.
beautiful day out and all of a sudden I start seeing all these like
Like these things.
yes, exactly. And I'm like, I don't know about you, but I'm like seeing these like dots. She's like, oh my gosh, me too. And
Came like
we
this.
got hypnotized by it. It was so cool because we were so tuned in to the energy that was around us
I
that
even
we
went like
were
this
aware.
because I didn't wanna see anything else. I didn't even wanna see not that I didn't wanna see you. But, like, I wanted to just be so in tune with that when it was coming in. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
And you know what? Whoever wrote Witness, I wanna thank you
it was
because I've been
Claudia.
thinking Oh, Claudia, thank you, because I've been thinking about that ever since because really what you just said Now I understand why I was talking, like, "Why?" And literally as I'm telling them, I'm like, "Why am I talking about a court? This has n I was that was not my plan at all," and that like, what does that have to do with anything? Well, let me tell you, thank you, Claudia, because what I'm receiving is that we are witness to ourselves. We are witness. That goes beautifully with awareness, being a witness to your life. Now I understand. I'm like, that was the strangest thing. Why
But
am I
also
talking
being
about
a
a court?
witness to the energy that's around you because that is you.
Yes.
And when you begin to grab a hold of this topic and to believe in the oneness, believe in the connection, believe in the awareness, and you trust it,
You did
that's
not just, did you just say that?
I did. Why? Ah, woo, woo, love it.
Trust without conditions. In fact, when I pulled it a little while ago and I was just sitting here and pulling it, I'm like, yes, like I didn't even say anything. I'm like, yes, because we tend to set limitations and conditions on ourselves with the it doesn't seem like someone would judge me on it. I will, right?
Yeah,
With conditions. So when you can trust without conditions, you have just changed the game. I
yeah.
just pulled that one the other day. Ooh.
I don't know who that is, but awesome.
Trust without conditions.
Trust
Trust yourself.
trust without condition. Yeah. That that for me was a game changer, especially with channeling messages and receiving inspiration and ideas. I mean, I've been an entrepreneur since 1990 something another. I don't know. I mean, I've dabbled in a lot of different small businesses and creating products and brand development and business building um and a lot of those ideas came from inspiration. And what is inspiration? It's spirit speaking to you through your intuition, through your
Mhm.
imagination.
Oh my gosh, I just had a client ask me the other night, "How do you know if it's just your imagination?" And I said, "I hope it is, because if it is, there's your truth." That's what everything is. What is created in life that's not from imagination?
Exactly.
There's a thing in my room, and my room is really messy right now, that I'm looking at that did not come from imagination. You had to imagine it into fruition.
Everything comes
That's it.
from a thought,
Mhm,
but there's a step before that thought. There's an emotion and a feeling
mhm.
that bring that thought. And it's through the emotion, that energy, that is going to give you that thought. It's the awareness of that feeling. It's the checking in with what does this mean?
The checking in, yeah. Because how many times we have a how many thoughts? You wrote that in when we were creating the pivot.
We have over 60,000
That's what you
thoughts
wrote down.
per day. This is the bigger thing. 90% of them are repetitive.
Yes, yes, that is true.
What?
Yeah,
So
no,
what is the
that's true.
crap that you're I mean, in my case, when I heard that, it was like, "What is the crap I'm telling myself?"
Well, there's
On
the
repeat.
attention, what energy goes where your attention, no, energy flows where your attention goes. That's the
Yeah,
one that had said by him. Yeah, because then we get, oh, well, I shouldn't speak for anyone else. I get obsessive sometimes. It's true. I will get on something, and not as bad as I used to be, but it's just sucking up my energy and leaving no time for imagination, inspiration, creation, because it's just wasting my time. Like, I'm wasting my time. Nobody else is. I'm wasting my time.
yeah, and this technique that I developed, it's called 5 minutes to happiness. The most important thing besides setting your intention for today for the day is the afternoon check-in and the evening check-in. It's just about checking yourself. And it's
Mhm,
like, "All right, wait, no, this is not how I wanted my day to be. So
mhm.
what can I do to get myself back to that space of feeling the way I set my intention for the morning?"
Absolutely, and I love that idea of the check-in. I mean, any of the like ACIM, if I know some of the women here like will follow a lesson a day. There's always a check-in during the day, and even recently, we're both now you're reading The Greatest Secret. Thank you, Jody, one of my clients who sent that to me. I have to give you a shout out because that is now we're all this is a lot of this awareness. I was like, you have to read this. Well, actually, you're like, I have to read this, but I kept sharing it with him. Like, I hope she wants to read it because it definitely is where you are at writing your book and what's in there right now. And I just spent about a week and a half setting little alarms on my phone throughout the day. And when it would go off, I would just ask myself, are you aware? Which just dropped me back in because I wasn't. I was flittering. I was like this.
Yeah.
I was all over the place. And I had a couple girls said that they were trying it too. And it is amazing what happens when you just ask.
Yeah. What's this
You
about?
become. Yeah, what's this and what just where am I? Am I you can just say, "Am I aware?" And that's gonna make you aware. Then you're gonna ask, "Of what?" That's
Yeah,
like a normal the next question is just very normal to say, "Of what's happening?" But before that, you miss a whole lot.
you do. But
How
you
much
can
do we
also
miss?
take yourself out of such a space that you don't wanna be in by bringing that awareness in
Mm,
and being brave enough to ask yourself, "What's this about?" But then
mhm.
be honest with yourself.
Have you ever I've done this where I'm upset about something because definitely that'll pivot you out of a situation you don't want to be in. Um, but have you ever like something was there and you were like gnawing on it in the marrow of a bone, and you've told like three different people, because you're upset about something, and finally like a fourth person would ask me, I'm just picking a number, and I'm like, I'm so tired of myself. I'm tired. Not that I don't
Yeah.
like myself. I'm tired of this story. I am like
Yes.
tired. I'm physically fatigued and that's what we mean, like, you could maybe get that by the person before or only one person in or no person. I can stop myself sometimes before even going. Do I need to even talk? Do I need to talk about this? Do
I
I
mean, how
want
many
to
times
put my
have you and I
attention?
sent each other messages and then all of a sudden it's deleted? And, like, you don't even have to explain anymore because I do the same thing and I don't have to
Yeah.
explain. It's like we just didn't wanna give energy to whatever it was
Yeah,
that we were writing, but just writing it out was enough, and I was like, "Whoop,
to release it.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna pivot myself and, not go there, not
yeah,
allow that to take over my."
because that's that truth. When we put all that dense energy, I don't like to always say negative because negative gets a bad rap sometimes, but dense, it's heavy, it's thick, it's viscous, right? It's just when we put our energy there, that's just where we sit. It's
Yeah,
hard to get out of, like, it's like, syrupy and sticky.
it does feel like that, and it takes away the ease. So,
Somebody said, "Love
um
being aware."
yeah, Dawn wrote something here, and I didn't wanna put it up in the, post because it's pretty long, but I'm gonna read it for everybody. She
Yay.
says that, "I'm finding the feeling I get from the kudos I'm able to now give myself when I snap out of situations that would normally consume me is the biggest attention awareness getter. The next time, it's easier to come back to my senses." Yes, totally, and I am so honored to be witness, there's that word again, to
Witness.
the growth of Dawn being able to do that, and that's why I love what I do because I can see what used to take 2 to 3 weeks is now like 2 to 3 days or 2 to 3
Mm,
minutes,
mm.
where she's able to come back to this space and recognize that that's not what I want. That's not who I am. That's not my truth. And I'm not gonna take your truth on and make it mine, So
So
I
true.
just love that. And I know
So
you
true.
get a lot of that with your clients too. The growth, the aha moments
Well,
is
even our personal growth. I
oh
mean,
yeah.
I love seeing it through my clients, but I go to a coach, so I've what I recognize for myself, I don't get upset with myself if something comes up again because I no longer say, "I thought I already dealt with this." I did that in the very beginning. I'm like, "I thought I already dealt with this," but we deal with a theme and a new layer, like in a new layer of depth. So it's not that maybe it's judgment, maybe it's unworthiness. It's not like it's done. It's done in the level, and then you like in a game, like, "Ooh, I've just leveled up. Next one." So that problem is not like, "Oh, I thought I did this." It's, "Oh, I did this. Yeah, exactly. Well, I spent 2 years with my coach kinda like, "What?" what? It was. So now I see myself like literally, because I'm so visual, especially with sign language. I will see myself like, Jen, really, you're going to be a drama queen? Just go there. It's
Yeah.
the next level. So I literally will see myself like, are you really going to do that? So you just saw what the inside of me looks like. But I'm sure you do too, seeing that. So if you're on here right now and you feel like you haven't progressed because you're looking for the big jump, look at the small pieces. Like you just said, I can do things now, what I call it real time. There's not a lot of lag, where it would have been weeks of going through something or months of going through something or days. And sometimes it's almost instantaneous. That's my big win. I've said it to my coach, Rob. I'm like, I did that. Like, it was like, okay. Like I ran through the whole scenario and I didn't have to step into it. So notice, anyone who's watching right now, are you doing it just a little bit smoother or faster than you've done it before? That's when, like Dawn said, you give yourself kudos.
I had a girlfriend reach out to me a few nights ago saying that she was having a difficult time, and I get it because the energy in the world right now is different.
Hmm.
And that's how we have to look at it. It's different. So we have to be aware of the differences, but create something out of the nothing for ourselves. And I checked on her the next day and she said that she was doing better. And she had said something about bringing the attention to it. And And I said, "Exactly." And then forgive yourself for feeling that, and then celebrate the
Hmm.
moment that you caught it. Even if you didn't catch it in the moment of feeling a way that you didn't wanna feel or acting a way you didn't want to act, if
Hmm.
you didn't catch it in that moment, but you thought about it later, that's still a celebratory moment because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
aware of, "That's not me.
Hmm.
That's not how I wanna be. That's not how I wanna feel." And you're bringing that awareness in and celebrate that moment of like, I recognized it. This is awesome because the next time you're going to recognize it that much quicker. And
Hmm.
then each time it'll be quicker and quicker and quicker. And like you said, it might be before you even speak or before that thought even comes to fruition. You might be like, oh, yeah, no, not going there. Not today.
Not today, my friend. Not
Not
today.
today.
And it takes a while. I think people get frustrated because they want to do it faster. Um, I'm resetting myself
Yeah.
quicker than I did before. But we have to remember we got here. I mean, I've spent 50 years. What's the difference? I've spent 50 years in where I'm at. That's a whole lot of 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, 60 hours in a minute. I mean, 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds. That's a lot of time with the 60,000 thoughts that many of them are repeat and many of them are negative. And we pretty much solidified. So we've got to be patient
Yeah.
as we're shifting out of this. And I loved that you said yard by is very hard. Yeah. Um, that you said that the energy is different. And here's the thing, um, that couldn't be more true. And this morning's channel that I put in was about being aware, because it's so easy right now for us when we're frustrated and scared and angry and all the other things, that when everyone around us is that and we just fall into it so easily, it's like we glide, sadly, we glide into that. And then we end up leaving more dense than we start. Many people think that you need to get it out, right? Just need to get it out and then you feel better. Except it doesn't usually work that way.
No.
There's a difference between, I mean, I think you understand what I mean too, purging, get it out. Sometimes we'll do that. And know who you're getting it out with.
Yes.
Like choose someone who you can be like, okay, I just have to get this out and then like burn it and release it. Versus, I know, oh my God,
Oh,
right? That
the
energy.
gossipy. Yeah.
And then, but it feels good. I mean, I'll be completely
Sure.
honest. Sometimes it's almost an exciting anger, right? That rises and
Mhm.
that can be addictive.
It's a
And
false
so
comfort, though.
it really is. And that's
Mhm.
why this morning my post was about recognize, be aware in that moment. You can like kind of remove yourself as you're sitting there, become an observer. Ooh. What is this doing for me? Is this a place I want to spend time? And I don't mean get up and walk out and say I'm gone, but like you can withdraw your energy
Yeah.
and
It's the
not jump in
check-in.
there. It's the what?
It's the check-in.
Yeah.
Check in
Yes.
with yourself.
Check
You know,
in.
even when things are going great, there's still an opportunity to check in with yourself.
Oh, always. Well,
Yeah.
that's where you can give yourself the kudos.
Yes.
It's
Be
not
like,
always negative. You're like,
today is
"Woo."
going the way I planned
Yeah. Or
because
better.
we plan our days and we
Mhm.
create throughout the day how our day is going to end up. Yes, things come at us from life, but when we are more aware of the energy that surrounds us and how it affects us, we can deal with those life situations in a whole new way with ease and with
With
grace.
ease. Who doesn't want more ease?
Yeah.
Who? Because things they feel sandpapery. I don't know how else to say it. That's like the
That's good.
right.
I like that.
Like you know me. I never knew that I saw anything, but that's what I'm seeing. Like there's sandpapery. It's like it's not smooth, and
Yeah.
it feels icky sometimes. Like I don't like to touch sandpaper, and it's not smooth. But on the other hand, now I know why they just showed me that if you use that sandpaper the right way, you can really smooth across the
Yeah.
surface. Ooh, that's a good one.
That's good. I like that one, sister.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm like, so the it's true though.
So listen, we have been going for 45 minutes like we had
Woo.
planned. I know, right? It's actually 40, it was 46:46 when I said that. So I know that you are having a beautiful Valentine's week sale for your Oracle card deck. Do you want to tell everybody about that real quick?
Ooh, yes, I would love to. It's up until Sunday. I mean, I still have them past Sunday, but I would rather you get a good deal, you know. And so they are my newest. Thank you. I wasn't even planning on talking about that, but why not? I already picked you a couple cards in here. I know you were giving away something. Should I give away something too?
Well, that's up to you. We don't have to both give away something every
Should I
time,
wait till next time?
but
Okay.
we will be giving stuff away. And also, if you have something that you want to give away that you want us
Yes,
to talk
let us know.
about, message us and we'll get you on the list.
Absolutely. I forgot about that. Yes, we need to be people need to have and see all the beautiful things that your imagination is
Absolutely.
bringing to life.
I know there's a lot of people out there that have their own Oracle card decks.
Mhm. And
Mhm.
I think we own a lot of them because
Yes,
we're
I think I own
because we
all of
love
them.
them. Yeah, because we love them. So they're on sale until Sunday. That's the biggest thing. I think there's quite a few people already, but I promised the first 12 orders. There are already some, but there's still left of the 12 that I will do a 4 card reading for and a PDF downloadable, printable piece that you can have everything on, explains the setup and what they mean for you. You can do them for yourself or you can surprise a loved one. So if you order them, and I've had a couple people do this, they give me the address of the person that they want it sent to, and they get a nice, beautiful surprise. So it's a beautiful way
I
to,
love
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm actually gifting someone some. I always do that too, so I can do that. I have them
Beautiful.
here now.
So my deck is actually on sale this week too because I declared it the self-love, self-care week. And why not fall in love with yourself again? Right?
Mhm.
Fall back in love with yourself. And the Divine Light card kit, of course, my box is somewhere here. Um,
I love your box.
this is my box. It opens up like a great big hug and it says I am light and it comes with
Light in there.
some fluorite stones. It comes with a spritzer and a couple of other little things to just create a the spritzer's not that big. But that is one of mine, yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but it was.
But thank you for the
Yes,
plug.
it was
I
a tiny
appreciate
one, but
that.
it was. I'm like,
And they're actually for the first time ever, they're 50% off because it it's so important for me to make sure you have them in your hands. It's not about making a lot of money off of them. It's covering the costs and a little bit more. So it's a perfect opportunity if you actually have them already to gift for somebody else
Yes.
and give them the gift of traveling to the center of their soul and discovering something greater.
Ooh,
So,
center of the soul.
do you want to finish the night with the card? Do you want to pick a different card?
Sure.
I just picked one.
Well,
And this
we'll
is
pick them
card
together.
number 37, which is 3 plus 7 is 10, 10, which is a very powerful number, but it reads acceptance is forgiveness for self, guiding, giving you permission to move forward.
Ooh, and we were just talking about forgiveness.
Right? So that is one of the divine light cards. There's 4 different colors in there. So that's why that one's all white because it's about that true divine light, pure connection. That's what
And
we're striving
you
for.
said that that one's you said no, forgiveness, and that was 10. I don't know, immediately when you said 46, 46, I said 10, 10. It was like immediately in my head.
See how
So
connected we are? It's a little creepy sometimes.
in a good well, we're kind of
In a
like
good
that.
creepy in a good creepy
We
kinda way.
definitely will call each other. I will call myself creepy and geeky. We do the no one tries to be overly perfect here. That's for sure. This one is the colors are perfect. I don't pick this one a lot. So that means somebody here picked this one. Abundant thoughts create an abundant reality, which I think is a pretty good closer talking about awareness and thoughts and where we're going and all these little beautiful bees around here like buzzing and for me I call that the buzzing when I get the chills, a buzzing and growth and everything. So your thoughts are your growth or they're your stymie, but hopefully they're your growth.
And that is the perfect way to end our first episode of The Connection.
Oh, thank you. Can I
Yay!
say it? I know you don't want to, but I can't help it. I'm so excited that you're all here. We're talking about words that get overused, but I'm like, I can't help it. It's coming from my toes. I'm so excited that all these beautiful souls have chosen to connect with us tonight.
Yeah,
So,
me too. I feel very honored and very blessed
yes.
to, 1, be holding space together with you,
Oh,
and
me too.
2, be holding space
We're
for,
like touching hands. Like,
so
see?
many. Are
Yeah,
we?
yeah, kind of. We'll give a high five. We we're nothing if not dorky. So come spend dorky time with us because we do not take ourselves too seriously.
So
That's
thank
what
you
we love.
guys, all of you. Thank you so much for coming. Remember, March 7th is a Sunday at 11:11, and we will come to you with another hot topic. And until then, as I like to close off my Oracle Chronicles, hold on to your angel's wings, for they will help you fly.
Oh, that's beautiful. Can't say
So
anything better than that. Except love you.
love y'all. Good night.
Have a great weekend.